So we are here with Manuela Almeida from the data scientist at Talkdesk, and with Elizabeth, manager of analytics at NOS. It's a way to prove that data science can also be a girl's world. So how? Let's start from the beginning. How did you start in the area? What made you love data science, and what keeps you interested in the area?
Okay, I can start. So my background is in mathematics, in applied mathematics, and I think it was a coincidence that when I graduated, it was very well. It is still is a hype, right? Being a data scientist, and I catch that wave, and that's how I started in data scientist. Because when I graduated, everybody was asking with interesting projects to join their companies and be data scientists.
And what keeps you interested in the area?
I'm going to say things that everybody says, but I think it's that, but I'm not sure. Is that I keep learning. I'm always learning. It's never a methodical, repetitive, not methodical, repetitive work. So I'm always learning different things, different algorithms, different areas, different ways of preprocessing, always exploring, always discussing. I really like to discuss.
How about you?
Well, I'm a little older than Manuela, so when I graduated, I did physics engineering, and there was no hype yet.
Okay.
So I started by working in a consulting firm, and then I wanted to go back to IT because I had programming languages subjects in the graduation, mathematics, physics, and so I slowly came back by starting with some SQL queries in a company, and then I started to do web analytics, and then I finally went to the data science area. And if you want me to answer the question why I stayed here, it's because I think the challenges are endless. Things are being discovered, and things are being written and reinvented, and there's a constant challenge. And I think that's what keeps me staying here.
It keeps you going.
Yeah.
So, a natural question to follow up this one is, what do you think data science where do you think data science might go? What's the importance of informal communities such as the SPT? And I know Elizabeth is behind Our Ladies Lisboa, it's another community. So where do you think data science might go in the next few years?
Well, studying now, it's the sexiest job of the 21st century, so I hope it lasts for all the 21st century. But I think that companies are going to be more and more aware of how data-driven decisions are more and more important than decisions made on gut. So I think that data science will generalize to the entire market and won't be like we're all unicorns and it's really weird what we do. So I think it's going to be widespread, more generalized, and it's going to be a job just as similar as being a secretary or being a manager. I think that's where we're going to. I don't know if I answered.
I think it's a good thing. So data science will become more generalized and easier to grasp them.
And these communities, I think they're good because sometimes we feel very lonely in our job, and then we come together, all of us, in this kind of meetups or events, and we find out, no, we're not alone. Everybody is having the same pains that we are, and we're sharing best practices, we're sharing opinions, etc. And it's very good. And the community, everybody knows each other here in Portugal, so it's great.
And also sharing a quite a lot.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Manuela?
I think these communities are great. They bring some knowledge, some technical knowledge that, as Elizabeth was saying, we don't have if we work alone, because I was there once, I worked alone, or we just went for ourselves work. Yeah, now I have a team, it's a bit different, but yes, that's very important. But I think in the short term, with companies, the future of data scientists in companies, I think is going to be to mature a little bit, because we now do a lot of things that although companies say it's data science, machine learning, they are doing a lot of publicity on that. We data scientists, when we talk with ourselves, we know it's just a beginning, it's just a tiny thing. Usually you don't have nothing in production, you just do some analysis, a little offline machine learning model, but nothing much. So the next step is to, okay, let's now make it to the product, to the real product, like put machine learning models to production and know how to do it and gain some insight on that, because there are very few companies, although everybody says they do it, very few companies have machine learning models in production in a very systematical way, and everything is done right, and they use the data, they use the feedback. So I think we have to grow there. I think the next step for companies in Portugal and maybe all over the world is to mature that. We have to make that step, that we are not there yet.
So one of the things we might discuss is that more and more girls are entering the tech area, a lot of them in the data science side. So what advice would you give to anyone, but especially a girl that wants to enter data science?
Actually, when I joined mathematics in EST, it was almost half women and men. So I think the mathematics area, or at least mathematics area, maybe not software engineering, mathematics area, we had a lot of girls. So and since mathematicians do a great fit for data scientist roles, we are not so lonely, right, as our counterparts in the software development area. Is to learn a lot. My advice is to learn a lot. Being a girl or a boy is to learn and keep asking questions to your data.
And not be afraid to keep trying?
Yes, of course.
So
I think my advice would be very similar. I think the thing that I really would say to any person who wants to be a data scientist, either a girl or boy, I would say you have to learn. You have to learn by yourself, you have to learn with others, you have to Google a lot, you have to read a lot and do a lot of courses. And I think that's like the best advice. And to a girl, I would say, I don't think it's no longer a man's world. I'm proud of saying that I have 2 girls in my team that are data scientists, although we're just 2 girls in physics. But I think there are more and more women now in technology, and I think that's going to increase. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to enter what used to be a man's world, because it's not anymore.
We're gonna conquer the data science world.
Yes.
So just to end in a bit of a fun fight, I'm gonna throw you a wild card, a weird question. Let's say everyone in technology keeps using Google. So what's the thing you keep Googling because you just keep forgetting it?
Well, there are a lot of things that I keep forgetting, so I Google a lot. But there's a thing that I'm thinking right now. It's very, very basic. You're gonna laugh about it. But when I create a table in SQL and then I want to insert data by doing a select, I never know if you put insert into table and then select, or insert into table, then a parenthesis and select. And so I always keep Googling the same, how to insert data into a table.
Hey, we're only humans.
Yeah.
How about you, Manuela?
I think that it is when I want to rotate the labels on R. I use ggplot, and I never remember how to rotate the labels, because sometimes they are very long and I have to rotate like 90 degrees, and I never remind myself of
Those damn labels.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna now invite you to leave a question for the next group to be interviewed. Please, there are no holds barred. So leave the question you think you would love to see answered by the next group.
Can I say one and you'll say another one? Well, I would like to ask, in your company where you work, if you could change something, like in your data science team or whoever is above the data science team, if you could change something, like for a best practice or something, what it would be?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe how frequently do you question the status quo? Something like, oh, we're doing stand-ups. Why do we do stand-ups or groomings? I mean, how frequently do you question
The status quo within the company.
or within the data science team?
Yeah, fairly good questions. Thank you very much to both. I would say for those listening to us to see either NOS or Talkdesk, and above all to see Our Ladies Lisboa.
Yeah, Our Ladies Lisboa community.
They are a partner of the SBT. We have worked together many times, and it's a great communities. And girls who listen to us, please don't be afraid. Thank you.